Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Sunshine, the OG, the original OG, the truth it is. With that being said, I want to say hello to my supporters. Hi you guys, I miss you all tremendously. Long time no see. Long time no see. Okay, I miss y'all so much. I want to say come on in you guys. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There's the bell over there to the far right of the corner. Hit that bell. Make sure you guys are getting all the notifications on anything being dropped on my channel. With that being said, the copyright disclaimer is down below in the description bar of this video. I just have to go ahead and jump in real quick because I haven't been uploading that much, but I have been following all the stuff that's been going on surrounding the $1 Million Worth the Game interview that transpired a few days ago with, we all know, the infamous Mobb Ties and the Migos, Quavo and Offset, along with Migo Bandz. Let's be real. So with that being said, that's what we're going to be going over today. Now you know how I normally do. I had to go back from day one, take down my notes before I could go ahead and jump into anything regarding what I'm speaking on, because I don't want to be all over the place. Okay, I've noticed when I don't have my things in order, I'm all over the place. So yeah, y'all come on and hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, I am flabbergasted at this point. I just have to keep it a buck. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not gonna cut no corners. I'm not gonna, try to sugarcoat shit. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Excuse my language. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for anyone. Okay, because I'm not here to seek validation from no one. I don't need no one validations. I don't need no one put no battery in my back trying to juice me up. I don't need none of that. Y'all gonna save all that. Y'all gonna keep all that. Y'all gonna have all that. I know what's happening with me over here. You feel me? I know what's happening over here with me. So with that being said, moving right along, I am flabbergasted beyond. It's like 2023. It's not shocking anymore at this point, you guys. It's quite I want to say it's giving more it is what it is energy. 2023. That's what I'm picking up. Okay. I just have to say this, y'all. Not only did that interview, man, the energy in that room during that interview was mad weird, mad heavy, mad evil. Had niggas mad tight. Did you guys see how uncomfortable? How uncomfortable Gilly was throughout that whole video. Dude really said that with his tail tucked. I've never seen a man tuck his tail in their own shit. I just haven't. I'm sorry, I haven't. And I've been around some real solid niggas. Okay, OG, straight up OGs. I've never seen no real nigga tuck their tail like the way Gilly did in his shit, in his territory. That fucked me up, But I want to say, shout out to Wallow from asking all the real questions that we wanted answers to. Thank you, I appreciate it very much. Somebody had to, that your partner wasn't. I understand that you guys don't want to seem as if y'all aren't compromised, but at this point, in all honesty, y'all definitely are compromised over that $1 Million Worth of Game, because there ain't no way in hell, like on some shit, I would have turned that down. What was you guys fearful of saying no to him? That's all I'm asking. Was you guys fearful of telling him no? Huh, Wallow and Gilly? Y'all implicated yourself in some shit that ain't even involved y'all. Why would you let those guys bring that to y'all front door? That's what I want to know. Okay, so this is the thing. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in with my notes. regarding this interview, okay? And the first thing that stuck out to me regarding this interview, I could say this honestly. Throughout the first 20 minutes of the interview, I started asking myself, why is the father speaking so much in regards to what transpired the night of Takeoff's demise in a bowling alley? Why is he speaking so much? And the father informed us that he wasn't there. He was at home sleeping. No disrespect, Senior, Mr. Jr. I'm sorry, Mr. Prince Senior. However, you informed the world that you were at home asleep. So, at that point, anything you would know would be considered he say and she say, which is considered as hearsay. Correct me if I'm wrong. And also, hearsay really has no say throughout the whole conversation. It holds no weight. So you see where I'm at with it? Okay. And I'm just stating facts, because in all actuality, the two alleged individuals that were on the scene, being your son and the other guy, we gonna call him MP. Okay. The other guy, Mr. Mike Prince. Those were the two that were there and actually witnessed what transpired and actually know hand in hand what transpired. So we would rather hear what they have to say versus what you are trying to tell us and have us to believe. So I noticed that Senior said that Quavo should have been gone instead of Takeoff. And in that, when he said that, y'all know me personally, I had to stop, pause the video, say a quick prayer, because the energy I was getting from that video, y'all, was mad wicked. It was mad wicked, mad heavy, mad dark. Okay? Anytime an individual could get on a live public platform and wish death on another individual, that speaks volumes. And the wrong volumes. Low vibrational volumes. Okay? So with that being said, I mean, don't get me wrong. He tried to persuade us that Quavo was the guy that was there. He was the aggressor throughout the whole situation. Quavo want to argue and be a bully and nitpick and things of that nature, enticing another man with a weapon, with a gun. And it escalated into what it was, even though the guy apologized. Now this is the thing. Yes, we did hear Fifth Waller Cam say he apologized. I will give you guys that. I am not biased over here on my channel. Never have I been. I call a spade a spade. I'm going to keep it real. I ain't going to cut no corners with you. You know? He did that. I heard him say, well, bro, I told you I apologize. I ain't mean like that. I'm sorry if you took it like that. That shit. You heard me? I heard that. I did. However, that still didn't mean your intentions behind your words were justified in that moment. Because you gotta put yourself in that man's shoes, in his predicament, in his shoes, and see what he's seen. Moving on. I don't want to hang on that too long. Moving on. Next, another thing I had an issue with, Senior bringing the paperwork on $1 million worth of game. Yo, if that was a paperwork party happening, going on, I am baffled. Because y'all know this is an ongoing case, right? Y'all do know this case is still being investigated and stuff, right? So with Senior coming out and saying certain things, okay, It's weird. It's very telling. It's very revealing. I'ma say that. Ain't no way around it. Like, you came up there, sir. You came up there, and we get it, sir. You're up there to defend and protect your son. Like any other parent, they go protect theirs. I get that. I expect you to ride behind yours. You did? Real talk. I expect that of you. But sometimes, us as parents, we have to not uphold our kids. Like, at some point, and this says a lot about a child of God. A child of God takes accountability for their actions. Yes. So that right there says enough. And a man not taking accountability for their actions says a lot. And another man witnessing that says a lot. So this is why a lot of folks are not feeling what's transpiring and what's being said and how you're moving. But you're your own man. You go do as you please, as you should, sir. But at what point do we tell our babies, and I don't expect you to do that publicly, let me say that, because on some real shit, I'm 10 minutes in the video now, I could cuss now. On some real shit, I'm not gonna get out there and expose my brother and be like, oh, you wrong, you down bad, whoop de whoop, make him feel less than make him feel like he fucked up in front everybody. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna expose him in front everybody. But I am gonna pull him to the side and have that talk with him and let him know, look, son, you're wrong, you're down bad, I love you to death. I'm gonna let you know when you're right. I'm gonna let you know what you're wrong. But son, you're wrong. Where? That's all I'm saying. Because he's only the babies are only gonna do what they see us parents doing, first of all. And we have to understand that everything starts at home. Okay? But I don't sound like I'm preaching and all that, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving on that note. But that's what I want to know. Like, when are we going to take accountability and let our babies take accountability for their actions and stop upholding them? Because you got to be mindful. They're grown. They're adults. They're not adolescents. They are not. So, moving on, he was informing us, telling us way too much as far as the paperwork that he brought on $1 million worth of game. And when he gave Gilly the paperwork to read, Gilly, old scary ass, sitting up there with his tail tucked like a coward, sat up there, read the paper, spooking. He was reading like he was scared. My nigga, if you didn't want to read the paperwork, you wasn't down to do any of that. You should have simply said, nah, I ain't fucking with that, my nigga. I don't want no parts of that. Ain't no good will come from that, my nigga. What were you afraid of telling were you afraid of telling them no? Were you? I'm just asking. Cause Wallow, he was more like, look, fuck, we man to man. On the other hand, I don't know what you was on, Gilly. I don't know what you was on. So, for the father to sit up there and try to tell us that Migo Bandz made certain statements in regards to who did what to who in the incident of the whole argument prior to the shooting transpiring, leading up to Takeoff's demise. The father said a whole lot too much, honestly. He said too much to the point that he's trying to hurt this case. And if you guys can't see the damage control he's trying to create surrounding this case, You must be fucking with it. I'm just saying. Because it's quite noticeable. You can see the play he's running. You know, everything that goes on in the dark comes to the light. It's that simple. You know, he went from stating that Migo Bandz said they were arguing. Wait, hold up. I want to say this. This is what raised my antennas. The father stated that the gun his son Jazz Prince gave to Quavo gave that. Okay, we ain't gonna say. Quavo gave that weapon to Migo Bandz. Don't y'all know that man was upset about that? He was upset. He showed that he was upset about that on that interview. So you were upset that they had protection. That's what you were upset behind that. Gotcha. Okay. And then so he's telling us how they got the weapon. So he then moved forward to tell us that the bullets that was found in the bowling alley could have possibly been from Migo Bandz' weapon. Now, nobody knows that. The only real individual who can knows that is when the ballistics gets done and the paperwork, most importantly, the paperwork. And see what's been stated in the paperwork. If that's been stated in the paperwork, most importantly. So with that being said, we need to see that paperwork. So with him saying that alone makes it seem as if they are starting the situation. They are the ones behind this whole incident. Do you guys see the play happening here? What these individuals are trying to accomplish? With tarnishing TakeOff's trial? Do you guys really see it? Because it's so obvious. Stevie Wonder could see it, bitch. At this point. Real talk. Like, and I've learned this as a babe. I'm sorry, as a youngster coming up. I've learned this from my great granny. You can't fight fire with fire. No good comes from that. I'm not telling you to turn the other cheek. But what I am telling you is there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Meaning there's a way around everything. This was the wrong approach. Not only are you trying to blame those guys for their fellow mate being murdered, you also insinuated that the guys that Migo Bandz fool with in Atlanta, they shouldn't mess with him. They should have no dealings with him because he's snitching, he's talking, he's ratting, quote unquote telling, quote unquote, yeah, eating cheese, but in all the same sense. You're willingly doing the same exact thing. And I thought about this. Like, yeah, and it's weird because it just seems like a rat race at this point. You know, it makes no sense. Like, you shouldn't fight fire with fire. But I thought about this also, like, at this point, put yourself in Migo Bandz' situation. And put yourself in his shoes. He's out there as protection for his friends and his fellow brothers. Knowing that he was there to put his life on the line, he did exactly just that. His homeboy got killed. And you guys want this man to keep it in the streets. I had to think about this. Well, maybe those guys was never in the streets. I had to think about this, you guys. Because what other reason would Migo Bandz willingly say what transpired, other than him feeling like that street shit don't apply to me. That shit dead. That shit don't apply to me. You feel me? Think about it for a quick second. You lose a brother, you lose a close friend. Y'all came up out the mud together. Y'all starved together. Y'all pretended to be gangsters together. Y'all made it in the music industry. Made million. Did everything y'all set out to do. And in the midst of it all, you lost your brother to some street shit. And you knew that you really wasn't living like that. But when push came to shove, you had to live like that. And he did that. I commend him on that. However, do we get mad because he really wasn't a street nigga? And he feel like that the street code don't apply to him? Do we get mad at him for that? Do we get mad at the fact that he want justice for his fellow brother? And he feel like that he feels like that keep it in the street shit don't apply to him? Do we? I want to know. Let me know your comments down below in the comment section. I need to know this, you all. Because we know there's a lot of pretenders out there in that music industry. We know that a lot of them babies are not living like that. We know this. So how could we force them to do and be something that they aren't? And as time always tell, they will have to show and stand on that shit. And he did. But do we still crucify them because they don't want to live by someone else's codes? Okay, I'm moving on. So, like I mentioned with this paperwork party, Senior was trying to get the other guys in Atlanta, the other gang affiliated individuals out there in Atlanta that mess with Migo Bandz, to not fuck with dude, to disassociate from him, to cut him off, cut his water off, and basically get him isolated to the point where he has no one in his corner and they could do with them as they please. Y'all hit the like button. Let me know y'all thoughts down below in the comment section. I gladly want to know how you guys feel regarding these topic. Because it really not only bothered me that they tried to make it seem like, well, I ain't gonna say they, because like I said, the father did a lot of talking. He did the majority of the talking. Even when Wallow asked Mike Prince a question, he let Mike Prince answer, but afterwards he began to finish talking. So we knew from the beginning of the first 10 minutes of the video that the father was there to clean up. He was there on $1 Million Worth of Game podcast to come clean up. To come clean up what's going to be put out there regarding what transpired that night. Because he know, like we know, that paperwork, we're going to have an opportunity to see it eventually. We will see it eventually. But you're saying so many things that you want us to believe. Why not just have uploaded that whole paperwork and let us see it for ourselves, word for word? I want to see it word from word. I don't want to hear it word from word. I want to see it word from word. Because a nigga could tell you anything, G. And that's the thing. That's one of the biggest problems with our day's society. They let anyone tell them anything just because of their stature. Just because they have a little bit past, a little bit more than the next. So I'm going to believe everything that person says. No, it don't work like that. You know? You got to stop letting these people tell you what they want you to hear. and they want you to believe, and see it for what it is. Because the signs are going to be there. God will keep you in the same cycle or situation, lesson, until you get it. Okay? Not only did he try to persuade us that video was 3 minutes long, and that's what bothered me. The little time that Junior did talk, he tried to say that the video was edited. It was only a 3-minute video. We didn't hear what we heard. We didn't see what we see. We didn't see what we seen. We didn't witness what we witnessed. So you telling me my eyes are playing tricks on me? I don't get high, my guy. I'm not doing hard drugs. I don't do none of that. We're not making this shit up. The video is still out there. Even though you guys probably tried to have it scrubbed off the internet, it's still up there. You did? I may smoke a little weed, but that's about it. I ain't making shit up. I can't gain nothing from that. But I could lose a lot from that. I'm not stupid. I know my boundaries. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. No. However, you're not going to tell us that video was only 3 minutes. And it definitely was not. That video was not 3 minutes. I'm sorry, sir. That video was well over 3 minutes. And you know it like I know it. So moving on. You try to make it seem as if throughout that video we didn't see you cross over Take's body. Not only did you cross over his body and walk in his blood, we heard and seen you try to get the people from around the situation from seeing and watching what was going on, trying to control the situation and control a narrative. Because mind you, you guys have y'all have this weird need for power control. Yes, y'all have a weird need for that. Y'all got to have control over the situations. And we watch you try to control the room. But someone was still recording. Shout out to him. You know, not only did we hear you tell Quavo what to do, you try to tell this man what to do while his nephew is on the ground dying, bleeding out. You cursing him out like a dog. Because he's frantic. Because the way he responded to it. Y'all calling him scary. He ran. He broke out running. Yeah, he did ran. Any nigga that's getting shot at. What you go? It's either flight or fight. Quavo ain't had no gun on him, right? He ain't had no burner on him, right? So he couldn't fight. Quavo took flight. So we go clown that man from taking flight now? That's what we doing? Huh? That's how we rocking out here? For real? Then the senior goes on to say he hopped on the plane, headed out, went back home. Wow. So you're insinuating they didn't give a fuck. So how could you expect us to really believe that you sat up there and said that you feel this way and that way in regards to TakeOff demise when you're talking so harshly in regards to this baby's demise? Make it make sense. Because at this point, I'm getting a headache, bitch. I mean, at this point, it's giving habitual liar. I'm just saying. Real talk. At this point, it's giving you're just making up any excuse at this point. You know. Y'all can't sit up there and say what we seen in that clip was not factual. we seen Mike Prince put his hand on Takeoff's head. And that's another thing I had an issue with, because like I stated in my first video, this is not the first time they've seen someone get shot. They know that a gunshot victim, they was not supposed to put their hand over no gunshot wound. You are to get a clean cloth and tie around that gunshot wound and apply pressure, not your goddamn hands. They know that that transfers germs that could cause an infection. They knows this. They're aware of this. So with that being said, for them to say, oh, we went to the bathroom to go wash our hands off, get the blood off our hands. Nigga, my nigga, that don't sound any better. Y'all know that old saying? That old saying when your granny used to say, if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. That was the time. Hit the like button, you guys. Let me know your comments down below in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Real talk, that was the time to not say nothing at all. Because you literally validated how we was feeling. As if y'all was going to get rid of evidence. Because I already felt some type of way as far as you putting your hands over that baby head. It looked suspicious to me anyway. However, y'all go say I'm trying to make up anything and say something else anyway, which isn't the case. It's just the fact that you knew that that was not the right thing to do. And instead of you applying pressure with the clean cloth, you let him bled out. That's what I was getting to. Instead of you rendering aid, you let that baby bled out and die. That's what I was getting to, you guys. Hit the like button down below, comment. Let me know how you feel down below in the comment section. Why didn't nobody put pressure on the gunshot wounds? I get it. Headshot, he gone, huh? I get it. But you was smart enough to put your hand on that headshot. Okay, I'm moving on. So like I said earlier in the video with Senior, the father, and I had to ask this question: why was the father speaking so much? Because he was trying to control the narrative. He was trying to put out what he wanted us to believe was on that paperwork. But like I said, sir, you know an awful lot as if you were on the scene. I would have, me personally, in my opinion, and like I want to iterate on this video, because I've noticed throughout my video I've not said one time, let's just clear this up. Everything in this video is alleged. Everything in this video is alleged. Okay? The copyright disclaimer is down below in the description bar. Let's be clear. Everything in this video is alleged. With that being said, everything in this video is being recorded for entertaining purposes, news purposes, journalism purposes. Yeah, that's about it. Educational purposes, yeah. So with that being said, moving on. Sir, you know an awful lot to say you were at home in the bed asleep like you said, correct? You said you were asleep, not me, not us. We didn't say that, you did. You, not us. So if you was home asleep, how you know so much as if you were there on the scene? I can't place you on the scene because we didn't see you on the scene. If that was the case, we would have seen you on video. However, like I said in the beginning, you're going from he say, she say. You're basing your opinions off he say and she say, which is considered hearsay, which has no say. So, again, oh, you're there to clean up the situation. I got it. Remember that, y'all. I'm saying that because I need y'all to see he's there to clean up the situation and switch the narrative. Okay? And this could have two effects on this open case. This could have two effects on this open case. So let's move it along. Like I said, these fellas have a sick need for control. Control of power, and control of fear. However, I rebuke that energy. The devil is a lie. They don't give a fuck about Takeoff. They don't give a fuck about the Migos. They don't give a fuck about Offset. That comment he made about Offset and Quavo really shows you how they feel towards Takeoff, Quavo, Offset, with all of them being Amigos. Let's keep it real. He informed us that he's already locked in with QC and P. So if you already locked in with them, tied in cahoots with them, dude, Migos, come here. Let me tell you this. Quavo, Offset, what he was informing you all was this. Whatever he need to know in regards to you guys, he could find that information out through them two guys, QC and P. Whatever he needs to know, he could get that from them. That's what he's informing you all. Okay? Also, they picked their side. QC and P, they picked their side. Once again, how many times did you all hear about the division that has been transpiring in the rap scene? Multiple artists have spoken out regarding this shit. It's either you get down or lay down. And it's given, where's the RICO? It's given, why have nobody ever been hit with a RICO? What's the hold up? Okay, because you get up there on that platform and you spoke so ill. You spoke so illy towards those individuals. You said that not only that you rather Quavo had been dead instead of Takeoff, because Quavo was the individual that came there looking for trouble, being the aggressor, as you try to persuade to us to believe, when in all reality, all Quavo let it be known is that he felt like they was about to be robbed, like y'all was trying to jack and rob them. Now, in my honesty, I feel like personally that's the only reason why y'all went up there on $1 million worth of game, because y'all knew that paperwork will eventually come out and y'all will have some explaining to do. So what better for me to go up there and say what I have to say first, and by me speaking first and putting this narrative out first, they gonna believe me more. I'm just saying, I could be wrong, but fuck, I could be right. You know? However, that still holds no weight, because at the end of the day, if that was really the case, you would have showed that paperwork. You would have showed that so it could be seen. Not just heard and seen. Because you know the power of that truth being there holds. They don't care for the Migos whatsoever. Okay? And this has a lot to do with the catalogs and masters ownership. They're creating chaos in order for them to gain order and control. I told y'all, these individuals have a sick need for control, power, and fear. I told you all this. So they're going to create these scenarios so they could get the solutions they want. Y'all feel me? Make you wonder why Offset responded the way he did, by stating since his brother was killed, they didn't say anything. They didn't do interviews or any of that. However, they're doing an awful lot of interviews. You guys are saying a lot, telling a lot. Why didn't you just call me? You a man, I'm a man. You could call me. You could have picked up the phone, call me man to man. Do you guys know? Shout out to Minister Cloud Up the Dime. Do you guys know that Rick Ross had a birthday party last week? Supposedly, a lot of A-list stars were there, including the Canadian rapper, including Offset. Yeah. This is how Senior informed us that everything he hears in form of, as far as him, anyone saying anything in regards of him, is going to get back to him. Yeah, I understand that. I expected it to get back to you. The moment you sent that Canadian rapper in to portray that he was there to console and befriend them in their time of grief and mourning, and Offset and Quavo let that Canadian rapper in at that funeral to speak and cast that spell over that baby's vessel. Y'all should have never went for that. I told you guys when Take was taken out. The killer will do his job, kill you. And still be on the scene watching his work. Go to the family house, watch them mourn and grieve. The same as he was on the scene watching his work, getting information. He will then go to the mother's or family house to get that information. Y'all let that nigga in to come and get that information. Quavo, Offset, y'all let that nigga in. Y'all let the Canadian rapper in. Y'all let him play y'all close. I warned you all. You know, I'm just a little blogger. No one believes me. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, bullshit. I told y'all this was happening. You let that nigga in to come snake y'all. And this is what happened. Everything you said to him, thinking you could open up to him, thinking you could be vulnerable around him and express how you really feel in regards to the situation, letting that nigga pick you. Offset, you let the Canadian rapper pick you? Did you let that high yelling nigga come and pick you and pick your brain and come and pick that information out you and got you to talk like that? That's what happened? I hope not, because that's what it seemed like happened. In order for Senior to feel like that and say, yeah, don't you ever put me in a position where I feel like I have to protect myself. That spoke volumes. So you said some pretty threatening shit. You know? However, you know that nigga was loyal to that nigga. That's his lifeline. You knew that. He said it on an interview when he showed the chains, and he said specifically, this is the Canadian rapper's chain. Yeah. He was dropping hints then. It was just going over a lot of motherfuckers' head. Shout out to Minister Cloud Up the Dime. Y'all go over there to Bro channel. Follow his channel. Subscribe to the channel. Let him know I sent you guys down below in the comment section. So show some love, because he do show love. When I first started my channel in regards to the Duke the Jeweler situation, yeah, dude was showing love to me, and I just want to send that back out to him. I am not a biased channel. I am not a hater over here. I am not here to hurt or harm anyone. However, I'm not gonna sit back and allow people to be mind fucked and bamboozled. No, ain't doing that. And speaking of Duke the Jeweler, I should have said this in the beginning of my video, and I want to say, forgive me. Rest in peace, Duke the Jeweler. Rest in peace, Takeoff. That was one of the first topics I was supposed to speak about, because this is actually my third time re-recording this video. And I started this video off with speaking about Duke the Jeweler because it had me so hot and heated when I heard Wallow ask Junior the question about him knowing Duke the Jeweler, and Junior replied like, "Oh, I don't know him. I just met him that day. He was there for Boosie, whoop-de-whoop," shit like that. Nah, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that at all. I found that hard to believe, because Duke being Duke, him being a $1 million nigga like he was, it's not no ordinary nigga, okay? Might I add, Duke being Duke, him himself, whenever he introduces himself, he's introducing his brand. He is his brand. He's a freaking jeweler, okay? It all comes in a package deal, straight up and down. So that shit Junior was talking about, I found that hard to believe. He could miss me with all that, you heard me? I just know for a fact his daddy was there to clean shit up. And that was quite obvious. Mad obvious. Long live Duke the Jeweler. You say you ain't no Duke. That was Boosie, people. He was there for Boosie. Didn't I tell y'all? When this happened to Duke the Jeweler, all of them was going to act like they didn't know him. I told y'all they was going to act like this. And now that I think about it, I really believe that Boosie was the fall guy behind this whole Duke the Jeweler demise. I really do. And I want to apologize to Boosie. Because I went hard as a motherfucker on Boosie. I really did. I went hard on Boosie, little small head ass. I really did. But like I said, I'm not biased at all. I'm a woman first. And I can admit when I'm wrong. I don't believe Boosie took part in that situation with Duke the Jeweler. I think he was used as the fall guy because, mind you, they knew that Duke was coming to meet Boosie. And hey, what other way, why not make it seem like it was him? For everybody else know that he was coming down here for him. That's how I looked at the situation. And I had to look at it that way because niggas are grimy, man. Niggas are grimy. And the only way to beat them at their game is you gotta be grimy with them. The only way to kill a monster is you turn into a monster. It's either predator or prey out here. Fight or flight. And here, motherfuckers won't criticize Quavo because he's not a street nigga. He's not a gangster. And he chose to flight when he heard shots ring out, knowing he didn't have a burner on him. What it was, sounds like to me, the whole time, y'all wanted either Quavo to go out bad or Takeoff to go out bad. What other reason why you have given excuse me, what other reason did your son give him that gun? Why did you give him that gun? If y'all know, anytime they're around y'all, they safe. They locked in, right? That shit dead. That shit for the birds. Y'all Y'all don't fuck with that family. Y'all don't really fuck with Takeoff and them like that. Y'all ain't trying to help the case. Y'all trying to really sabotage the case. Y'all trying to spin a narrative on the case and have people to believe what y'all want to believe. And all that whack ass shit. And I did notice that y'all are sending y'all trolls out to try to put fear in people's hearts. But look at here, babe. I don't give a fuck. I ain't scared of none of y'all. Y'all don't put no fear in my heart. Bitch, all that. You did. It ain't none of that. You did. On some real talk. Real talk. So all your little minions you trying to send on my page in my comment section, trying to make they little threats, talking about stay out Houston business. Bitch, stop putting Houston business on the World Wide Web, bitch. If you stop putting your business on the World Wide Web, that would be nothing for us to discuss, you stupid nigga. What business? When they hit the World Wide Web, all that is out the door. Nigga. Stop speaking on what? And your boss man just went on a public platform and spoke against everything? Broke the ultimate code? Nigga, please. I'm sick of these double standards. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I'm not a biased individual. I'm not. But no one will come on my channel and try to put fear in my heart. I will report your ass quick, fast, in a hurry. And also call them people. Yeah, I'm one of those. You got to know that. Ain't playing about my life. Like I said, I'm not here to hurt or harm anyone. Okay? But I won't let you do that to me either. You got to know that. That interview was the worst idea ever. And it sucks that in the early 2000s, when they started to switch up the music scene, getting rid of all the label executives, all the PR team, getting rid of all the important sectors of the music industry, cutting the middlemen out. When they did that, being greedy to try to control, gain power and control, it shows now where they fucked up at. That was the worst idea ever for you guys to go up there and spew all those lies, knowing that you didn't show that paperwork. That was the worst idea ever. If you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. You guys just fucked yourself. Mike Prince, I didn't have too much to say on you. Honestly, I don't think I had too much to say on any of you all. Because honestly, the father did a lot of speaking for the both of you all. Cleaning up as he should, as I expect him to do, being a protector. I understand. But at some point we gotta take accountability for our actions, and our kids has to do the same. Cause when we up there and meeting with God, we ain't gonna be holding our kids' hands while they're being judged along with us. There's only so much we could do. It's your girl Sunshine, the OG. I want to say to Offset, continue to stand on your values, man. Real talk. Don't let no nigga try to bully you out your spot. Don't let no nigga try to trick you out your spot. You know. With this one, they didn't expose their own hand. You know, and ain't no way around that. All set with this one, they didn't expose their whole hand. So live to fight another day. How about that? It's your girl Sunshine, the OG. I'm gonna come back with another video later today. I'm gonna see you guys later. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section in regards to this topic, The video interview $1 million worth of game, the Prince family, Mobb Ties, Offset, Migos. And I want to ask you guys a question, and let me know how you guys feel down below in the comment section. Do you guys really believe that? Do you guys really believe that J. Prince has any good intention for Takeoff and his family? Let me know that. Your thoughts down below in the comment section. It's your girl Sunshine the OG. I'm out. I will see you guys later. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Cash App will be down below in the description bar also. Okay, copyright disclaimer is down below in the disclaimer. Okay, I'm sorry, copyright disclaimer is down below in the description bar. Okay, along with the Cash App. Show your girl some love. It's free. You know, it costs you nothing. I'm not asking for much at all. Whatever you guys desire, send whatever. With that being said, I want to say this. Thanks to Maxine Waters, one of my supporters and followers. She did send me a $20 Cash App. I greatly appreciate it. And I want to say this. Don't think I didn't see what you requested. However, I am going to take care of you, okay? I just couldn't do it right then and there. I had to knock some things out the way, but I will get back to you, and I am a woman of my word. With that being said, it's your girl Sunshine the OG. You guys like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video also, okay? So show some love to your girl. Hit the Cash App up. Let me know your comments down below in the comment section, and I'm out.